Hi, I'm here to remind you of what you owe God and myself. God, the creator of the world, the beginning to the end, is also known as many names biblically, and throughout the years he's gained so many names. Jehovah, Allah, even Buddha, and Jesus Christ, his son, born, is probably one of his most famous names, and has come to save the world uh, through the people who will honor him, God, and save the world, like as in really find a way to save it. I also know him now as Slash of the amazing musicianship and Saul Hudson birth Christ name that he has. And so, all for all, I just want to remind you of what you owe him and myself as throne leaders for God's kingdom of heaven, by which we look like we're getting closer and closer to each other, which is what I've always dreamed of, which I've always planned to work towards. So, at the same time that I'm speaking during this video, I just want to say again, we have everything from $60 and up. $60 of an entitlement will only honor you the Constitution of God's new kingdom of heaven and the entitlement it holds, which is most of it, really. Everybody gets that. The only other thing you'll be missing with a $60 valued entitlement and membership price is you will be missing the salesman's license. So not everybody wants to sell. I can understand because many people, many good people around the world are very, very occupied by other very, very important things like a family, like a job, like a seriously big company that they have to run. So they buy a $60 membership and they buy all their small children and great grandchildren a $60 membership and they leave it at that. But I'm advising it's very smart to take up on my great offer and design with God, which is a next up $5 increase only. A $5 increase, making it $65 for your yearly membership, which will honor you the opportunity to sell $65 memberships and $60 memberships. Remember, this is a clause for everybody. The higher you buy into it, that is where it stops for you. You cannot sell anything above your membership purchase of price. If you're a $100 member, you can sell the 100, the 65, and the 60. Those are the first three. I recommend, since $100 is such a famous price point, that you invest $100, anybody and everybody. If you're a small child, not really, I don't, because if you can't really sell these, then I suppose it's a waste of money. You should at least buy a $65 one and save the $35 and give the 100 to an adult member in your family. But again, I almost erase my words and I apologize because I want to hold no one back. There could be a 5-year-old out there that would say, I'm smarter than my grandparents, Jesus Christ returned master. I know exactly that I want to be a salesman. After hearing you speak, I want to become a wealthy man of God's kingdom of heaven. I can sell these right as soon as I leave the house. I can sell one. I'm glad then that you do buy the membership of your dreams, even to the highest point that you can afford. I will be honored to sign one to you. I want to hold no one back, especially if their guardians and their parents do not argue about it. They don't want to get in the way. They want to leave it up to their children to make the right choice. So overall, we go back to this point where it starts at $60, but you can't sell them. So you need to buy a $65 membership if you want to sell and be a commissioner for God's Kingdom of Heaven. You will instantly. Basically, I want you to return the money to me, and then I will pay you out of the money you bring me what your share is. $65 members, I believe, make 15% commission. Not bad for such a small amount of membership fee per year already. And how many of these you can sell, because I encourage you. I have only one paying member whom belongs to me, and I hope he renews. I hope he becomes more of a commissioner by which he sells to everybody and makes the world a better place to live in because of it. Not just that me and him will get commission and payment, but that we will save the world, which is our main cause here, to honor God's throne and save his world. So as for speaking of Slash and I working together, I think we can do really well by selling these even in the first 3 degree of $100 tickets, $65 tickets, and $60 tickets. And then these new people who bought the 65 and these new members who have bought 60, 65, and $100 memberships, they will go out, especially the other two, the top two. I have nothing against the $60 member gathering names, but really you should be selling them in that case if you're that close to making the sale. But maybe what you do is you gather your school friends' names and you bring them home to mommy and daddy who have the rights of a license to make the commission on top. So it's just awesome that they bless you as well as a child. So no matter what, um, I just don't want to lose track and start talking about something else. So I'll stay on the right subject here and say it goes up from there in $40 increased increments. $140, $180, $220, $260, $300, and $340, $380, and $420. You all can add. It's a $40 increase right up to a $1,000 membership, which is just fabulous because I'll have to check my notes to give you the exact commissioner's rate, but it's the highest we have. It's a minimum of 25, and I think it may be 30. I'll have to check. I don't want to say it's past 30 for sure, but we have it made where it's just amazing. That is a very high commissioner's rate if you get 30% from God and myself. So I'm just saying that there's so much money to be made, but there's so much rapture to be sought after through this. It's so exciting. It's so amazing. It's the greatest thing that you get a chance to live through. I want you to have the blessings, and I want you to bless God the way we should and really make things happen for his throne to be built. I can hardly believe some of the perfect work that I see around the world, either in picture or in real tangible product. Material goods that have been manufactured so well that they're so immaculately made and so beautiful that it makes me want to be rich so I can buy them, so I can enjoy them. When it comes down to making God's thrones, I want these chairs to look like that. The beautiful diamond jewelry that you can fit on a finger. His throne should look like that in giant size so that he can actually sit in it. And if you make a double there, I will be more than honored. There's not a word that could describe something like that. Sitting beside God in a doubly made throne. For God so loved the world, for God's sakes. Oh my God, all the things that you could mention with God's name in it. So, also known as the name of Slash. and how tough that name sounds. You don't want to double cross him, because if he's King Jesus, then I'm merciful at his ankles, beckoning for his love, for his honor, for his glory. Anything that he can bestow upon me, I will be honored, and I will give him all of my things, good, and destroy the bad through his acknowledgement as well. So back to what you can buy. Please do take this seriously. Find a way to get in touch with me. At least go on my Facebook and say, oh, about her. There's got to be a way to get in touch with her if I look under the About Kathleen Forsovich, Prissy Kathleen Forsovich, also known as Jesus Christ, the Returned Master, and not Mrs. Dork or any of those names that could come to mind treating me that way. You shouldn't. You should respect who I've become with the honor of God, and you should say, my goodness, if I made bicycles, for example, I should be extremely honored by that skill, whereas she could not even maybe ride a bicycle. So, it's the same, goes both ways. You cannot do what I do. You've not committed yourself to what I'm doing, even if you could do it by trying. So at least try to buy a membership and take upon granting yourself with that entitlement, putting it in your beneficiary's estate, making your family well known of it, and the rest of the world letting them buy through you as a master commissioner from Jesus Christ and God Almighty. So I'm telling Slash, don't wait any longer. I thank you. I see that you and I are both in the Facebook, the YouTube connections of how the videos are connected together. I'm very honored, very thankful. I see that you are coming closer to me and that you are proving to the world who you are, who I am, and that we will do an ongoing, endless tour together with music and God's kingdom of heavenly conferences. How blessed, how blessing wise this is for all of us to share and to be known as and to be excited about life, living through the revelations of time in live music, put to live acting and live music. This is no dirty act. This is not a bad thing. This is not just an act to get paid, even though it sounds like I'm complimenting myself with an extra face every time I speak, a contradictory as the Bible has been explained so many times. It sounds so contradictory, but it's the way that it works. If you want to be an actor and you give it all to God, then He gives you the best acting job. If you want to be wealthy and you give your prayer to God, then He makes you the wealthiest in His own special way. So same with Slash is obeying the Almighty's word through the Bible with me and getting the best remittance back. So exciting. I can hardly wait to keep sharing it with the whole world of how great God is and how blessed He is with me as His master of Jesus. Um, and how shall I say, announcing for Him. If He's the return of Jesus, the second coming of Christ, I'm there honoring Him at His feet, like I said, because I would love to be at His feet, watching Him do His guitar pedals like that, even taking pictures, looking up at Him, taking pictures of Him, His head, and being at our concerts throughout the world, even on the internet alone. All we have to do is go to a rehearsal studio and tape this for you to say that, yes, they're not lying. They are God and Jesus. We're buying. And I hope you do honor yourself to buy. Find me on Facebook, about me, and contact me through one of the ways I give you. Goodbye for now.